Alright, I'm going to give my speech, my informative speech on the internet, modern day's greatest achievement. Nothing in modern day history has revolutionized the way we communicate more than the internet. Think about how many hours you spend a week browsing through the web. Could you imagine what it would be like to be without the internet? My degree would not be possible if it wasn't for the internet. What aspects of our life has the internet had the most influence over? 3 aspects: communication, cognition, and commerce. The initial history of the origins of the internet traces back to a couple decades ago. The internet traces a couple of decades ago with the collaborative efforts of 2 very important organizations. The Center for Nuclear Research, known as CERN, specifically the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and the DoD, the Department of Defense, both collaborated together to work on the standards known as the WWW, or World Wide Web. Now, as an illustration, imagine a cold morning, and it so happens to be your marriage's anniversary. What are you going to do? You want to pick the right bouquet of flowers, but you really don't feel like stepping a foot outdoors because it's cold. Why not view, pick, and purchase just the right one that you know she would appreciate delivered at her doorstep? I'm sure everyone here has either shopped or heard of the company called Amazon. In fact, me personally, I've shopped there several times on several occasions. Amazon.com. Its founder, named Steve Bezos, is one of the most well-known self-made millionaires. He took advantage of and harnessed the power of the internet to offer his merchandise to the ultimate market, everyone. Now let's think about communication. Let's think about the early methods of communication used centuries ago. For example, we have the ancient Chinese. The Chinese would use smoke signals in their Great Wall of China centuries ago to communicate to various guard posts of incoming enemies. Let's compare that to this last century when the telegraph machine was invented. This technology, without a doubt, revolutionized the way we communicate. Now, even a little kid could use the power of the internet to not only send messages, text messages, but also multimedia messages rich in video and sound all across the world within a matter of a few seconds. As they say, the internet really is an information superhighway. The third point that I want to mention is about cognition, or ability to learn. Personally, I like the feel of a book, of a physical book. However, more and more we find, studies have showed, that people in the learning community are choosing ebooks as opposed to physical, cumbersome books. With an ebook, for example, you can carry practically limitless capacity with extreme portability. Instead of carrying 5 of your favorite readers with you on a long business trip or vacation, you can carry your iPod or an ebook reader with all 5 copies in digital format, safely stored or tucked on an internet-ready server. The moment you would like to actually open your book, it's just a matter of powering on your ebook reader or your iPod, and you could have instant access to your book. Besides this, the internet also offers teachers an alternate way to teach their subject matter. For example, they have the ability from a remote location to go ahead and teach their curriculum to an unlimited amount of students. A good example of this is basically the class that I take right now. I take this class online, and basically the curriculum is taught online, 100%. Now, to conclude, I want to go ahead and give a comparison of the different technologies in all of its years of establishment. For example, the radio took 38 years to reach 50 million people. The television took 13, but it merely took 5 years for the internet to reach the same number of people, 50 million. The internet, as with any other human invention, has its drawbacks such as identity theft, propagation of pedophilia, and virus malware proliferation. However, despite these negative drawbacks, the internet's benefit and functionality continues to affect its growth. We learned that the internet affects the way we purchase, communicate, and learn. The possibilities are literally endless with the internet. I just hope your experience with it is as fulfilling and enriching as mine.